How's it going? Ryan here, and today I'm going to go over the one trade that I took on SPY. I took calls on a pullback, happened to make a little over 30%. We'll dive into that trade in just a second and why I took it. But for now, we're looking at SPY here on the daily time frame. A few of the levels I was watching that were relevant. We have, let's take a look back because this is where these originated. There's a few levels in here, kind of the top of this range around 470.6 or 5-ish. The top of these two swing highs here around 473.4. We have this level right here at 472.2 or so. We have the bottom of this range around 476-ish, we'll call it. Those are really the ones that we were watching. We also have the high and low, so not the low. We do have the high from yesterday. The low never came into play. We have a pre-market low here, which you can see we found support there on the daily, or on the hourly, excuse me. We had this level off the pre-market that was not the pre-market high. The pre-market high was up here, right around this level that I had at 473.4. But we had this level off the pre-market that I watched from the hourly, us kind of touch that a few times and reject off of it. So I did mark that as we were opening up around that area. Going into the day, what I wanted to see was, could we break above pre-market high? Can we continue this run that we started yesterday with that huge move up and the gap up overnight? If not, are we going to break down? I wanted to see a break of this level and then continuation down to yesterday's highs if we couldn't hold this. We did get a break, but a bit of a fake out. Ultimately, that break came later in the day, and you can see we came all the way down towards that pre-market low. A bit lower, but those are my ideas for the day. We'll take a look at the trade that I took. So we can see it on the 5-minute. We had immediately came up, tested this pre-market high area and rejected down, held that level that I was watching for a break of, held that level and immediately rallied back up. We even set a new high on the day. So we had broken the high of the day, but we didn't close above these levels. So we got a quick little reversal again. I took calls at this pre-market level, the one that I was looking at on the hourly chart. That was this right here, this 472.7 or so. And we'll take a look at the 2-minute chart because it was a lot clearer to me on the 2-minute chart than on the 5-minute. 5-minute looked like a mess, but the 2-minute started to put a little bit of this together. So I took calls off this once we held it on the 2-minute. We also closed on the 5-minute above that level, which gave me good confidence for this trade as we had pushed down and then got bought up and closed above that level. So did let me know that there were some buyers at this level, and we had formed a higher high, and I was looking for us to form a higher low and continue our move up. We'll take a look at the 2-minute. I do believe this is much more clear when we're watching the price action here and the volume. So I saw us rally off the open, reject down, hold this level, rally, make a new high, reject down. And then once we had this candle close here, so we had rising volume on that sell-off, rising volume into a smaller candle and a holding of that level, gave me some confidence that, okay, with increasing volume, the selling wasn't able to push us down, even with increased volume. So that lets me know that some of that volume was buying, right? So after this 2-minute candle closed, I entered on this candle when we came down and tested this level. Had a small amount of drawdown here, but it didn't really last long. We got bought up, and my target was this level right here, around 473.4. So we did push up a little bit higher than that. We got another, 10, 15 cents. but I took 473 calls, same day expiration, so slightly out of the money, same day expiration. The point of this being is that if I got the move that I expected, these calls would become in the money and we would move pretty nice on the premium, which did happen. So from about 472.7 to 473.4, about a 70 cent swing here, just a little over 30% return. So not too bad, not too bad at all. We rejected off this level again. You can see came down, tested that level that we had bounced off previously, rejected down. That would have been a pretty nice trade. I did not take this, but was kind of eyeing that break and retest. Ultimately, where I wanted to see that was this level down here. I really wanted to see us break and retest this level and continue down and fill the gap from yesterday. That's what I was expecting to happen. We did kind of break down, didn't retest and reject. We broke back above, broke down, broke back above, broke down, broke all the way back up, tested that 473.4 level again, before finally getting that big rejection kind of in the second half of the day. So that was a massive move. I was not around for that. We recovered pretty quickly though and ended up on a small red day. So huge amount of volume today too if you look at the daily time frame. Pretty interesting to see. Look at the volume today. Yesterday was the FOMC minutes and that huge push that we got to the upside. We had one of the highest volume days in the past year for sure today, and that's what we got out of it. You know, not a whole lot. After this huge run up, we got this little pin bar up here. So we'll see. We could continue up. Maybe we get a little bit of relief before continuing. We'll see how it ends up. But it looks like sellers tried to push us down. Buyers bought us right back. It's not super telling what exactly is in store. That's all I have for the day. The morning was a bit choppy, kind of difficult to read, difficult to trade. Some of the things I was really looking for didn't happen, but I was able to catch a really nice little scalp off the 2 minute. And like I said, I pay attention to mostly the 5 and the 2 minute, but this 2 minute was pretty clean in terms of making a higher high, a higher low, and looking for continuation on that push up. So that's what I traded. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. I do trade live Monday through Friday, so I'll be here tomorrow before we head into the weekend. Last day of the week. Let's make it a good one. All right, see you. Thank you again. Have a good day.